And night I have honed my fighting skills to defend myself against the evil humans when the time comes and it becomes necessary. No human shall defeat me and no human shall harm Flashy. It is my destiny to save her and to overcome them all. The road was long and steep, and the journey has been very, very hard. But now, at long last, the end of the journey has arrived. I am here in Murgatroyd. And I am coming to save you, Flashy. And wherever you are, I will find you.
Makes limp hair look healthy again. All it takes is a minute from you, and a little kindness from Farrell.
This exciting new line of products. Whiplash 5. Give that chunky hunk of brawny maleness the gift that will keep him giving what he likes to put.
News alert. CRZY News Bulletin Alert. Bulletin Alert. Good evening, viewers. There are scattered reports coming in from around the city of the walking, talking wooden male figure. Citizens are urged not to approach this being whatever it is because reports from Dead Center Park indicate that this wooden figure may be hostile in nature. Two skateboarders allege that this wooden figure pushed them out of its way and down on the ground as it made its way through Dead Center Park about an hour ago. Where this creature is headed remains unknown at this point in time, but local authorities here in Murgatroyd urge any citizens to please report the whereabouts of this creature if you do see it anywhere. Repeating, do not approach this wooden figure, as it appears to behave in a hostile manner. Thank you. This has been a CRZY News Alert Bulletin.
Well, my dear Flashy. Welcome back to your creator, Dr. Getrick. If you wonder how I summoned you here to me, I confess I must tell you something about yourself that you do not yet know. When you were created, a special chip was implanted inside you that allows me to send out a beacon signal, so to speak, to draw you back here to the laboratory in which you were born. I am sure you wonder why I brought you here. It's quite simple, Flashy. You may recall me telling you that there is another creation similar to you. Well, guess what, my dear Flashy? Woodpulp Boy is on his way. And I assure you that he is on his way here now, to this lab, because I saw the news bulletins earlier about the sightings of him here in Murgatroyd. He's coming for you, Flashy. But I must warn you. The early formula used to create him rendered him much more aggressive than you are, just as he is thicker and more wood-like in nature. And so we wait. We wait here for Woodpulp Boy to arrive back here to the very place where you were both created.
Let me guess. You brilliant sleuths down at the Murgatroyd police station found out about this new one, this wooden man, the same way I did. Off the damn television news. Well, by God, I want to know what it is, where it came from, what the hell it's doing here, and any damn thing else you can find out about this thing. Oh, I don't expect much. Imogen Slukowski has made a mockery of the whole damn department when she got on the TV the other night and said, Lieutenant Skitters can't even find a damn paper doll. Well, she's right. And she even called for my resignation. Well, if you don't find Flashy and whatever the hell this new wooden thing is, there's going to be some heads rolling, and they ain't going to be mine. You're dismissed, Lieutenant Skitters.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Whoa! It's Dr. Dr. Hubert Slokowski here from the Divine Humanity Church. I want to welcome you all, my wonderful, wonderful listeners, my wonderful and wonderful children. I'm sure you've seen the warnings and bulletins on the TV about this new wooden thing walking around, this new creature. Well, it too, just like Flashy the Paper Doll, it too, my children, is an abomination. It's a travesty. It's some sort of an artificially created life form. It's not divine like humans. It's subhuman. The world is overrun with subhumans. But you've got to hold fast, hold steadfast. Don't be afraid of these degenerate creatures. These are tools of Satan. They're merely pawns of the devil. They're sent here to scare you and to frighten you and to shake you up. And they're merely subhumans. They're just degenerates. And the world is overrun with subhumans. But you've got to stay strong and hold fast, my dear, wonderful children. And this has been my little pep talk. And this is Dr. Hubert Slokowski. And please send your donations here to the Divine Humanity Cathedral. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Well, good evening again, little ladies. Imogen Slokowski here at CRZY tonight. At long last, I am going to take on the jerk who has been terrorizing Murgatroyd for 4 years now. That lame, pitiful excuse of a man who has been labeled the Murgatroyd serial killer. Why does he prey upon innocent young women at random, you might ask? I will tell you why. It is because this ineffectual loser is incapable of meeting and carrying on a normal relationship with a woman. He is probably impotent, completely incapable of satisfying a woman even if he tried, so he uses a knife instead of that other tool that most normal men use all too effectively. This pathetic pervert attacks women violently because he is incapable of making love to them. So here we are, 21 victims later, because some deranged, maladjusted jerk cannot function normally. Honestly now, when is Lieutenant Skitters finally going to identify and apprehend this demented, pathetic creep? Honestly now, lock your windows and doors, little lady. And keep them locked while this dreadful loser continues to stalk Murgatroyd City. This has been Imogen Slokowski. Thank you, little ladies, for listening tonight. Have a good evening now, everyone.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Well, so, Imogen Slokowski, you couldn't be satisfied just taking on the mayor and paper dolls. You had to go after me, you vile wench, questioning my masculinity, not recognizing the magnificence of my work. There you are, all high and mighty, in your little ivory news tower, looking down on everyone else. And like the rest of these fools in Murgatroyd, I used to be one of your biggest fans until you started calling me names, telling the world I'm a pathetic loser. Well, yes, I chose my first 21 victims at random, Imogen, but now you're going to be my first non-random victim. Yes, Imogen, I'm coming for you, and you will be the next victim of the Murgatroyd serial killer.
Live.
Good evening. This is Ronson Kilroy of CRZY News, interviewing the new candidate for Senator Anderson Quint Jr. Mr. Quint, why did you decide to run?
Well, as you well know, my father, the late Senator Anderson Quint, was assassinated just a couple of months back, and he spent a long career as a senator from here, Murgatroyd City. He represented Flattown. He represented Sawmill City. As you know, he brought the paper doll factory originally to this town with all of its thousands of jobs. And for many, many, many different reasons, it's time that I stepped up to the plate, tried to fill my dad's shoes, tried to do what he did and try to become a senator to represent this area. For one thing, there's a serial killer running loose that's claimed 21 victims now. And the mayor, God bless him, is as nice as a man as Paransky may be. Mayor Paransky is inept. He's not up to this. And this so-called investigator in charge of this serial killer investigation, Lieutenant Skitters, I know him. He's way over his head. He is not qualified, and they've never dealt with a serial killer before. We need to get some real experts in here. We need to get outside help to catch this killer. This has been going on for 4 years, and the body count just keeps going. And one of the first things I'll do if I'm elected senator is solve the Murgatroyd serial killer problem. I will see to it that the perpetrator is apprehended.
Is it true, sir, that Vincini Cosmetics is a major campaign contributor to your campaign? And is Fudiki Hiromoto, the Japanese business magnate, also a campaign contributor?
Well, it's much, much, much too early at this point. I'm not ready to discuss campaign contributors at this point. All of that will be revealed, when the time comes, when it's necessary, when we're closer to the election. But let me just say this about the lovely and wonderful Judy Vincini, whom, as you know, had a long-term relationship with my father, the late Senator Quint. She is the CEO of the Vincini Corporation. She's a wonderful lady. Let me just say that on a personal level, I regard Judy Vincini as a close personal friend. And, of course, as I said, I'm not going to name any contributors at this early stage, but all contributions are welcome to my election, and I appreciate all campaign contributions. Now, as to Fudiki Hiromoto, he is as you know, the Japanese business magnate who originally brought the paper doll factory to Murgatroyd to begin with, and now that it is burned down, he's in the process of trying to rebuild it and restore all of those jobs that were lost when Apron Head destroyed the paper doll factory, to bring all those jobs back to Murgatroyd. So I do consider Fudiki Hiromoto a great asset to Murgatroyd City, to Flattown, to Sawmill City, to this entire area. And once again, at this stage, I'm not ready to discuss campaign contributions.
What is your position on Flashy the Paper Doll?
I'm glad you brought that up. Well, first of all, she has rights. For one thing, she may not be completely human, and she may be artificially created, but she does possess human DNA. Therefore, she has human rights, and I believe those human rights are guaranteed by the Constitution. On this issue, I completely disagree with Imogene Slakowski, and it's not the only issue with which Imogene and I are in disagreement. And, of course, her father, Hubert Slakowski of the Divine Humanity Cathedral. They have both called Flashy an abomination, and as you know, both Mayor Paransky and Lieutenant Skitters are wasting their time trying to find Flashy the Paper Doll when they need to be concentrating on apprehending the serial killer. So if I'm elected senator, I will support the rights of Flashy the Paper Doll, her human rights. And you'll note already that Flashy has popular support. The skateboarders in Dead Center Park have been picketing. They've been rallying, advocating for her human rights. And a number of the general public, the general population supports Flashy. They support her. They do not agree with Mayor Paransky, Lieutenant Skitters, or Imogene Slakowski and her father Hubert. So I support Flashy, and she has popular support.
Well, we hope you have popular support, too, in the upcoming election. Thank you, Anderson Quint, for this interview.
Thank you very much, Ronson Kilroy. It's been a pleasure.
Live.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Les Tomac here. And I was allowed earlier today on the set here in Murgatroyd for the new filming of the new Apronhead movie. And I got to see the all up close hand, and now we're going to show it all up close for you too. And here we go to the set of the new Apronhead movie that's filming. Okay, all right. On the set, okay, you cameraman one. I want to talk close up on Apronhead's face. Special effects guys, get the fire ready. Now remember, this is a scene where Apronhead burned down the paper doll factory. This is when he first torched it, when he started the fire. Okay, you, actor, you, Apronhead, yeah, I'm looking at you. All right, tie the apron tighter on your forehead. Now listen, I want sweat on your brow. I want a grimace. I want you to look angry. You're angry. That's why you're burning the paper doll factory down. You're furious. You're angry. All right. Get the fire ready. Get the fake fire ready. Get it ready. All right. Everybody, places, action.
Urgent news bulletin alert. We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. Breaking news from the Murgatroyd City Police Department, where Lieutenant Skitters is about to hold a press conference about the arrest of the alleged assassin of the late Senator Quint. And we take you now to the press conference just as it is about to begin.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Good afternoon, good people of Murgatroyd. This is Lieutenant Skitters here. And I have an important announcement to make. We have apprehended a suspect with evidence directly connects this gentleman to the assassination of Senator Quint. He is directly connected to the high-powered telescopic rifle which was used in the assassination. The identity of this alleged assassin that we have in our custody here is Arch Torrance Lochner. He is a 39-year-old white male, and I am not going to take any questions at this time, but let me just say that we have also uncovered evidence which directly links this assassin to Count Pedestrian III. So we have uncovered direct involvement in the assassination of Senator Quint with Count Pedestrian III. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is all for now. As further material develops, we will be releasing it to you, and we will let you know with another press conference here. Thank you very much. Welcome to Opinion Radio, where you can call in with your opinions. And we have a caller on line one. Yeah, it's Uncle Frank here out at Flat Town. Miss Suki and I like to listen to your show, and I like to call into these things, too, with my opinion. And she can tell you I've got an opinion about everything I do. I've got an opinion. Well, you know about this young man, this Anderson Quint Jr., you know, the son of that senator that got shot, and I see now where he's running. Well, you know, he's had a silver spoon in his mouth since he was born, and all he did was hang on to his daddy's coattails the whole time his daddy was a senator. And I have another opinion I want to express, and it's about this old Murgatroyd serial killer investigation. I don't know why they can't catch the son of a bitch. I mean, they thought Count Pedestrian III was involved in that, too, you know, and Lieutenant Skitters couldn't get him before he flew out of the country. And now I've seen that press conference on TV yesterday where Lieutenant Skitters claims that this assassin they've arrested, that sniper that shot Senator Quint, now they're trying to claim that old Count Pedestrian III was behind that, too. Well, you know, if the truth ever comes out, I think he's behind this Flashy the Paper Doll thing. I think that whole damn thing, and they can't catch her either, I think that whole thing, I think Count Pedestrian's the one that's behind that, too. And I think they ought to string him up as high as they can. You've seen what they did to royalty back during the French Revolution, don't you? I knew he was trouble. I knew he was Euro trash from the first time he came to Murgatroyd. And look at him over there just with his nose in the air. I don't care if he's a count. I don't care if he's a duke. I don't care if he's a prince. I don't care what he is. If he's involved in this assassination and if he's behind this flashy paper doll thing, I think they need to bring him in to justice. Now, that's my opinion.
Hello. Well, I guess I am caller number 2. I just want to say that I went by yesterday where they were filming the new movie based on Apron Head, and I want to tell you I think it's a mockery against all of the poor people who worked there and who lost their jobs when it was burned down. I think it glorifies Apron Head, and quite frankly I do not plan to go see it. And I think the director, Anastas Boulimi, needs to have his head examined for even making this picture. I think it's absolutely outrageous.
Live.
Hello, everyone, my children. This is Dr. Hubert Slukowski with the Divine Humanity Church. Hello. First of all, I want to tell all of you that this new wooden thing that's been running around Murgatroyd, it's not natural. It's not divine. It's not human. It is a degenerate. The world is overrun with degenerates. Murgatroyd is overrun with degenerates. The Murgatroyd serial killer is a degenerate. Senator Quint was a degenerate with his womanizing and his skirt chasing. Flashy the paper doll is a degenerate. She's not natural. She's an artificial creation. She should be destroyed. This wooden thing should be destroyed. It's the humane thing to do. They should run Flashy doll. They should run Flashy, the paper doll, through a paper shredder. And this wooden thing should be run through a wood chipper. That would be the humane thing to do. Destroy these creatures. They're not natural. And those foolish skateboarders who support Flashy, they're deluded. They're degenerates. The world must be saved from degenerates, my children. Society must be protected from degenerates, my children. They're destroying our civilization. Boys and girls, do you want to grow up to live in a world of degenerates? Thank you. Yes, you have a wonderful week. This has been Dr. Hubert Slukowski. Goodbye.
I am back home to the very lab in which I was created. Hello Dr. Gedrick, your wayward creation has returned. Hello Flashy. You have no idea how long I have waited for this moment. This moment to meet you and for us to join forces and be together. I have come to rescue you, Flashy, for the evil humans who are out to destroy you. Together we shall escape Murgatroyd and form our future plans.
Yes, yes. I too have waited a long time for this moment. Now we can make our getaway, our escape from the dreadful humans who would harm us. I will follow where you lead. You choose where we will go to escape to, a place where we can be safe and make plans. Wood Pulp Boy, I am all yours. Let us go and make a life together, far, far away from anywhere else. Yes, by all means, Wood Pulp Boy, let us go now.
Attention. This is Lieutenant Sears of the Murgatroyd Police. We have the place surrounded. The wooden creature must exit the building immediately. Flashy the paper doll, you are to exit this laboratory immediately, or we will be forced to make forced entry to apprehend you. Dr. Getrick, open the laboratory doors and release Flashy the paper doll into our custody. Send the wooden thing out into our custody. If you do not comply, Dr. Getrick, you too will be placed under arrest. Do not attempt to resist. Do not attempt to escape. This is Lieutenant Skitters. We are here to apprehend you, Flashy the paper doll, and you, the wooden creature. This is Lieutenant Skitters. Comply immediately.
Quick, Flashy. Quick, Wood Pulp Boy, follow me into the secret tunnel down below. I will let you both out, and then I will return to the top floor and stall them. I will delay their entry long enough for the two of you to make your escape through the underground tunnels beneath the laboratory. Run fast through the tunnels, they will take you outside of Murgatroyd and deep into the woods outside the city. Now hurry.
Yo, it's Mama Pergadansk here with CRASS Radio, yes, Crass Radio. This is your daybird, this is your nightbird, this is your crazy jaybird, bringing you the best in trash talk radio, the best of tabloid radio, the best of trash music, always, 24/7, right here on CRASS with Mama Pergadansk. I broke your heart. You went to Arby's, and when we broke up, you fled to Mickey D's. Now we're apart. I see you at Dairy Queen, and just last night at Dairy Queen. Oh, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. Oh, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. You broke down and you cried at the Chinese buffet. Then I saw you down at Taco Bell just yesterday. I miss the good meals. What can I say? But it takes a lot more than some good food to make me stay. Sad girl, crying in the rain. Yes, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. Whoa.
Of Murgatroyd. Imogene Slokowski here. It would seem that when I went on the air the other night and told the Murgatroyd serial killer what a worthless piece of human scum that he is, I must have hit a raw nerve. I have been receiving death threats over the phone, in emails, and even in the snail mail. Well, listen, Buster, I am not afraid of human garbage such as you, and I do not intend to roll over and cower in fear. We women of Murgatroyd are tired of living in fear because of a twisted pervert like you, and now we are fighting back. I urge every woman in Murgatroyd to keep a knife or a gun or a can of mace, and if this pathetic creep attacks you, let him have it. Make this sorry loser very, very sorry that he chose to attack you. Make this impotent, worthless, pathetic piece of human garbage sorry that he ever attacked a woman of Murgatroyd. Fight back, little ladies, fight back. If this creep attacks me, I intend to gouge the bastard's eyes out. You do the same if he attacks you, little lady.
Breaking news bulletin alert from CRZY News. A biotech lab here in Murgatroyd City located in the offices of Dr. Lawrence Getrick have been surrounded by Murgatroyd police including a SWAT team. Lieutenant Skitters is in charge of the force which are attempting to enter the lab offices to apprehend Flashy the paper doll and the new wooden creature which was seen entering the laboratory earlier. We repeat, a large force of Murgatroyd police are attempting to enter the biotech lab offices of Dr. Getrick to apprehend Flashy the paper doll and the wooden creature which attacked skateboarders in Dead Center Park recently. This is Humilla's son at CRZY News, and we will bring you more updates on this situation as they become.
Recorded live.
So, Imogene, you're not scared of me. You would openly and flagrantly taunt me in public. Well, Imogene, I've got news for you. Your death will be slow and painful, and I'll get to you when I get ready to get to you. But just to show you that I can rattle your cage and terrorize you, I think I'll claim another victim. And I'm going to send parts of her there to CRZ radio station. Oh, yes, I will. And your dear, illustrious, wonderful televangelist father, Dr. Hubert Slakowski, I've been meaning to punch his clock for a long time. I think his number may have come up. Perhaps he will be one of my next victims. Yes, you'll get to watch your old daddy die, and I think I'll give your father a slow, painful death, Imogene Slakowski. Yes, you asked for it. You taunted the Murgatroyd serial killer. Now I'm coming after your father first and then you, Imogene.
News Bulletin Alert. Murgatroyd Police Detective Lieutenant Skitters has reported that the attempted arrest of Flashy the paper doll and an unknown wooden creature was unsuccessful. Dr. Getrick was discovered unconscious on the floor of his laboratory, and the two creatures had somehow made an escape from the scene. Repeating, Flashy the paper doll and an unknown wooden creature remain at large and should be considered dangerous. Dr. Getrick remains in stable condition after being transported to Mercy Hospital in Murgatroyd with a minor concussion. This has been a CRZ News Bulletin. We now return you to regular programming.
Good evening, listeners. It's time for Trash Talk Call-In Radio with your host Julietta Sidestepper. Tonight we are discussing scandals of Murgatroyd. So call in your favorite scandal. Okay, call number 1, you are on the air. Go ahead, caller number 1.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Hello there, Julietta. This is old Uncle Frank here. This is my first time to call in this CRASS radio show. I've been calling over there at the CRZY opinion show. You know, I've got an opinion about everything. Anyway, I was flipping channels tonight, and I heard y'all and seen where y'all's going to be on and everything. And I like talking about all these scandals that are going on here in Murgatroyd. And, you know, there's been a bunch of them the past few years. I think all of y'all probably remember when it's Vincenzi Al was on the stand during that old Senate committee on his own television, the hearings about that old face cream that she messed with. It burnt all them women's faces, you know. She tampered with face cream and stuff. I think they said she put some kind of low-level acid in there, and thousands of women nationwide sued the Vincenzi Cosmetic Company. And anyhow, Senator Quint, of course, was the one that was the chairman of that city committee, and then, of course, Judy got involved with him, and then after she got involved with him, well, you never heard anything else about it. Now, I know there was some kind of a lawsuit or something rather like that they settled, and a bunch of the women got I don't know how much, but I think it'd be damn interesting if one of them women that got her face scarred by that Vincenti face cream would call in and talk about it and everything. Of course, everybody knows there's this Murgatroyd serial killer they can't seem to catch, and he's killed, I don't know, 21 people, is it so far, something like that? And now he's taunting that old Imogen gal on the TV over there at CRZY. She made a mistake of picking on him on the air and calling him names, and now he's after her. And she came on the other night and talked about she's receiving death threats and everything else. I don't know why they can't catch him, but hell, they can't catch a damn paper doll either. I mean, they've been looking for that flashy paper doll for weeks now, and they can't seem to get her. Now, whatever this wooden thing is, it escaped. I seen on the bulletin last night that surrounded the laboratory and everything else, and flashing that old wooden thing knocked Dr. Getrick out. They said he's unconscious. He was taken over there to Mercy Hospital and all and what have you, and I'm glad he's all right. I don't have anything against the man. I don't even know anything about the man. I mean, I wish they could catch this paper doll, and I wish the hell they'd catch this wooden thing, whatever it is. But, I mean, if they can't catch the serial killer, how the hell are they going to catch these people? So that shows you the kind of police force we've got here in Murgatroyd. They can't do the job. They don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I've said my piece. That's all I've got to say about all of this tonight. It's been Uncle Frank, and thank you. Les Tomac here. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm sorry we couldn't have Flashy the Paper Doll back on again tonight, but as you know, she and her wooden boyfriend are on the run. But we have as our guest tonight the young French art critic, prodigy, Le Chance. And he's going to talk to us about Blatson's art, our own local artist, Blatson. But first, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring out and introduce you to the existential comedian. Come on out here. Hello. Hello, audience. Hello. Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Well, on the surface level, because Les Tomac invited me. But on a deeper level, because my mom got pregnant during the New York blackout. Well, the third reason that I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, is because the taxi driver was quick enough to avoid a collision near Dead Center Park. Les Tomac was too cheap to hire a limo to bring me here. Thanks, Les. Anyway, the fourth reason I'm here is because I couldn't get invited to anybody else's show. Thanks, Les. So anyway, why am I wearing what I'm wearing? Well, you may think it's a 70s retro thing, but there was oil in that taxi cab seat, and on the way, I got the driver to stop at OK Will, and I grabbed this old leisure suit. Great Will was already closed, but OK Will was still open. We didn't have a Goodwill here in this town. Murgatroyd. Anyway, I just want to tell all of you fine people in the audience that being here reminds me of being a kid again, sitting on the floor staring at my mom's left foot while she painted her toenails. Yes, this reminds me of my mom's left foot. It just didn't go anywhere, just like this act isn't going anywhere. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Existential Comedian. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the young art critic prodigy from France, Le Chance. Je suis Le Chance. Le Chance, c'est moi. Yes, first of all, I think that Americans, particularly residents of Murgatroyd, just do not understand what Blatson is trying to say, what he's trying to do. In the ballerina with a diseased left leg, that is a commentary on modern society. That diseased left leg, that's the plight of women in American society. That's what that represents. That's what it is, fine people. And the lazy engineer on a rainy day in Spain. Well, that's addressing the angst that people worldwide feel. It's a commentary on angst. That's what that represents. You can see it all over the lazy engineer's face. Yes, I think Blatson is ahead of his time. He's a herald. He's bringing postmodernism to new heights. That's what I have to say. And je suis les chance. Les chance, c'est moi. Thank you, LaChance. Thank you, Existential Comedian. And, of course, thank you, audience.
News
and now
Bulletin
we have a
Alert.
news bulletin coming.
CRZY News Bulletin Alert. Humilla's son here. Dr. Hubert Slokowski of the Divine Humanity Cathedral is apparently missing. Members of the group report that Dr. Slokowski has not been seen for the past 3 days, his vehicle is gone, and there is no sign of him at either the temple or the rectory. It is believed at this point in time that he may be the latest victim of the Murgatroyd serial killer, although no body has been found as of yet and authorities are not ruling out the possibility of a kidnapping. Dr. Hubert Slokowski is a prominent local figure here in Murgatroyd and a father of Murgatroyd Times columnist and CRZY News commentator Imogen Slokowski. We repeat, Dr. Hubert Slokowski is apparently missing. More details later as information becomes available. Humilla's son at CRZY News. CRZY brings you another exciting episode of Wicked War Tales. Here's a scene from tonight's thrilling, action-packed episode.
I am awake. Where am I? I don't remember anything. Is it shell shock? I can only remember fragments. Bits and pieces. But I cannot remember my last combat mission. Is the lieutenant still alive? Did he make it? How soon will my memory come back? Is this
Just
memory
stay in
lost?
bed and rest, soldier. It will all come back to you in time. You were hit with a new experimental memory loss gas from enemy forces. You are lucky to be alive. You are suffering from temporary amnesia. Their memory loss gas is all too effective. Just get some rest. It is going to take time, soldier. How long? Who knows for sure.
Well,
But you need
I do
your
remember
strength.
tanks. And a helicopter. And a few scattered images, a few faces. But I can't remember any names, much less a sequence of events, Doctor. Everything is either just fragments or a total blur. That's it. But no coherent sequence of events. Everything is either just fragments or a total blur. I just can't put it all together. I cannot put it all together. Oh my. We are okay, Flashy. We made it through the underground tunnel and out into the woods outside of Murgatroyd. Look, there's an old trail going into the outskirts of Flat Town. I can grab an old overcoat, a hat, some shades, a face mask. I can disguise myself where they cannot tell that I am Wood Pulp Boy. And you should disguise yourself too, Flashy. Put on a hat, some shades, something that will make you incognito. Okay, Flashy, let's go.
Oh, look, Woody.
Let's go.
Look. This old building here with the phrase painted on the side. The art on the side, it is a bookstore of some kind. I will be right in my element. Books are made out of paper and so am I. I simply must go inside there and hang out for a bit. This looks like the only bastion of culture I have
Hello,
seen
whoever
anywhere
you are.
around here.
I know that you have my father, Dr. Hubert Slokowski. This is Imogene, and I am very sorry that I offended you. My father is an old man and not in very good health. I beg you to please release him to safety. I will make no more remarks about you on television. Dear Daddy, if you can hear me, I am very sorry for placing you in danger. This is Imogene Slokowski at CRZY News.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, audience, television viewers. It's the Les Tomac Show. And boy, have we got a show for you tonight. This band that's going to be performing here for us tonight, they had one hit after another, and then they kind of faded out for a while. But they've made an incredible comeback with Sad Girl Crying in the Rain. And that is none other than Fling, Jammerson, and the Stud Puppy. I broke your heart. You went to Arby's. And when we broke up, you fled to Mickey D's. Now we're apart. I see you at Dairy Queen. And just last night at Dairy Queen. Oh, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. Oh, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. You broke down and you cried at the Chinese buffet. Then I saw you down at Taco Bell just yesterday. I miss the good meals. What can I say? But it takes a lot more than some good food to make me stay. Sad, sad girl, crying in the rain. Yes, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I broke your heart. You went to Arby's. And when we broke up, you fled to Mickey's. Now we're apart. I see you at Dairy Queen. And just last night at Dairy Queen. Oh, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. Oh, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. You broke down and you cried at the Chinese buffet. Then I saw you down at Taco Bell just yesterday. I miss the good meals. Oh, what can I say? But it takes a lot more than some good food to make me stay. Sad, sad girl, crying in the rain. Yes, she's a sad, hungry girl, crying in the rain. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, this is just too much, Imogene. Yes, even though you won't believe it and you'll keep pointing the finger at me, this time I didn't do it. Somebody beat me too, dear old daddy. Oh, yes. I went to the Cathedral of Divine Humanity, trying to find your father. But Dr. Hubert Slokowski was being whisked out by some strange figures. I don't know who they were. They didn't see me. I was crouching, hiding. They took your father away, Imogene. Of course, the press will have a field day pointing the finger at me and blaming me, as you already have, in your begging, whining, and pleading for your dear father. Don't worry, Imogene. I don't have him. I will get him one day, if I choose to. In the meantime, forces bigger and more powerful than I have taken your father. Who they are? Who knows? Goodbye, Imogene. This is the Murgatroyd serial killer. Les Tomac here, and this evening we have a very, very distinguished guest. We have none other than Dr. Getrick himself. So everybody give a good welcome to Dr. Getrick.
Well, absolutely, Les. Thank you for having me here on your show, Les. First of all, both Flashy the Paper Doll and Wood Pulp Boy represent an amazing breakthrough in modern science. They are both living, breathing artificially created life forms. They were created in my biotech laboratory, and they each possess human DNA. This outrageous overreaction from authorities and the government is just unbelievable. Flashy is harmless. The story has been put out that I was knocked unconscious by either Flashy or Wood Pulp Boy. I am here to set the record straight. I was knocked unconscious all right, but it was not by either one of them. It was an unknown assailant, a third party other than either Flashy or Wood Pulp Boy, who whacked me in the head with some kind of blunt object. When I finally came to, the SWAT team and Lieutenant Skitters were there in my laboratory, but Flashy and Wood Pulp Boy had already left. And quite frankly, I am glad that
Well, if it's not the distinguished Dr. Hubert Flakowski, right here in the flesh. I must apologize for the restraints, Dr. Flakowski, but they are necessary for the time being. If the straps around your arms get a little too tight, I suppose we can loosen them a bit. I trust my operatives, my loyal henchmen who brought you here to me were not unnecessarily rough. You see, Dr. Flakowski, I have a mission for you. Now, whereas I personally think your Divine Humanity Cathedral following is nothing but a damn cult, I have to admit you wield an enormous influence over your followers. And they are, well, voters. You're going to go back into your pulpit and persuade all of them to vote for me, Senator Devane, for re-election. Not this useless scum Anderson Quint Jr. In fact, you're going to demonize Anderson Quint Jr. in all of their minds the same way you've demonized Flashy the Paper Doll. Nice job, by the way. Now, one of my trained operatives will be giving you an injection, Dr. Slakowski. Don't worry, it's just a powerful hypnotic drug. We already have the speeches prepared for you. Yes, I'll be writing your next few sermons, Dr. Flakowski. And when this drug wears off in a few hours, don't even think of trying to tell anyone what really happened here. My operatives will be watching you. They handled you with kid gloves this time. Next time might not be so pretty, should you become uncooperative. You see, the press, even your own daughter, Imogene, thinks that you've been kidnapped by the Murgatroyd serial killer. So when we deliver you back to the cathedral, that's exactly what you're going to tell the press. Every week, just before you go on the air, about 2 hours earlier, let's say, one of my operatives will pay you a visit, give you an injection, and your new speech, and there we go. So, Dr. Flakowski, let us begin. Welcome, good people of Murgatroyd studio audience, and of course all you wonderful viewers at home. I'm Les Tomac, and this is the Les Tomac Show. And tonight on our exciting show, we have Rita Reticent and the Hesitations. We're going to talk to Rita in a minute, but first, Rita Reticent and the Hesitations are going to perform their smash hit, Finn Two-Timer. Come on out, Rita.
Finn Two-Timer, Finn Two-Timer. 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 Finn Two-Timer, Finn Two-Timer.
Rita, thank you, Rita, and the residents. All of you, I know, absolutely enjoyed that performance of Finn Two-Timer. Well, Rita, have a seat here and tell our studio audience and the viewers at home a little about your group, a history of the band, and a little bit about that song.
When I started out with the hesitations, the other girls were afraid to go on stage, hence the name of our group. Cute boys hitting on us got us out of that. Our first hit song was based on one of my exes, you know, Les, that song we just now performed, that Finn Two-Timer? Well, that was the hit that made it all the way up to number 2 on the charts. Anyway, about this ex of mine. Well, it turned out that he was going around banging the lead singer of virtually every girl group out. The Tell Me Nots, the Love-It-Alls, the Main Squeeze. Let me tell you, he did all of them. And he expected me to stick by him and put up with it. Sorry, I had no aspirations to be another Tammy Wynette. And yes, to tell the truth, I had a few flings of my own. I even once got laid by a boy band. Well, I suppose the word laid is a little melodramatic. It was a threesome or ménage à trois. I was the creme filling in the center. A certain cookie comes to mind. And oh, it was very, very sweet. And absolutely decadent.
I have never seen so many billboards in my life. Flat Town is full of billboards. The only bastion of culture we found here was that bookstore. Let's go back out into the forest, Wood Pulp Boy. Come on, let's go.
Flashy. Let's leave Flat Town and go back out into the woods. I am in my element there among the trees, just as you were in your element around all that paper in the bookstore. Yes, let's return to the forest.
Look at the shimmering between the trees. What on earth is it? It's like waves of some kind. It looks like undulating energy waves. No, don't walk into it. Do not go into it. Please don't. Oh no, where did you go? What happened? You have vanished. You have disappeared, Wood Pulp Boy. I am right behind you. Whatever happened, I am going to find out, and I am going to find you. I am coming to right an Indian tribe. Whoa. I haven't seen a tribe like this except on TV and in movies. I wonder why they are here in these woods. Or maybe I should be asking why we are here. There is some kind of ceremony going on, but they see us. They are stopping the ceremony to look at us. Look, one of them with a large feather headdress is coming towards us. And some of the others are right behind him, and they were bowing and kneeling down in front of us.
You are great white paper goddess. Legend tell us of great white paper goddess who up here. Wooden God with you also come with her. Legends say you both come to us in our time of need. We are honored to have you as our guest. You great gods, stay with us, among us, and bless us as long as you wish. I am Chief Great Eagle of the Tawakanani. We welcome. Dr. Derrickson, where I am putting my thoughts down as I prove what I should have proven years ago, that I am the premier genius of the 21st century. I've wasted my life in psychiatry, and my only claim to fame is that pathetic loser Apron Head. I've appeared on talk shows, and I'm now writing a book about Apron Head. But my wonderful and brilliant mind is not being appreciated by the masses. I should have become a quantum physicist. That was my destiny. But I have, in fact, done what no other man has ever done, what no other scientist has ever achieved. I have solved the riddle of time travel. And I was watching on the monitor here in my research laboratory, and I saw those creations of my rival, Dr. Getrick, those two artificial life forms, Flashy the paper doll and that wood pulp creature. I saw both of them walk through my time doorway. They traveled through those waves. According to my instrument readings here, they've landed in 1659. I'm sure those poor creatures don't even know where they are. This area of Flat Town in Murgatroyd was barely even settled back during that time period. It was very primitive. Indian tribes mostly, and a few religious refugees from Europe. Some of those extremely fundamental Christians, of course. I think at the time they considered themselves Reformationists, perhaps. They were radical. They believed in such things as witches and demons, and they were a very superstitious lot. I am afraid if Dear Flashy the paper doll and the wood pulp boy run into those religious fanatics of the 1600s, they may not survive their travel back to 1659. The Indian tribes, of course, will be much more hospitable. They will simply regard them as some sort of supernatural beings. Yes, one day the world will know that I have conquered time travel, and I will reveal it to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Les Tomac here. We're having a very different, special edition kind of show tonight. As most of you here in Murgatroyd probably know, Dr. Hubert Slukowski of the Divine Humanity Church has come up missing. So tonight we're having his daughter, Imogene Slukowski, here on our show. And I want to, with no further ado, we're going to go straight to Imogene.
Thank you, Les. Thank you, Les, for having me here on your show. As you know, my father, Dr. Hubert Slukowski, has been abducted, and both I, myself, and the Murgatroyd authorities believe it was by the Murgatroyd serial killer. Interestingly, although the serial killer has been taunting me and threatening to kidnap my father and harm him, this same voice, this caller claiming to be the serial killer, ultimately denies having abducted my father. He maintains that it is not him who abducted my father. I think he is doing this just to torment me further.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Well, yeah, sadly, Imogene, I don't think it's at all unreasonable to think that it could indeed be the Murgatroyd serial killer continuing to talk to you even after he's kidnapped your father. Your father was a very well-known, well-liked, and well-respected prominent minister here in the city of Murgatroyd. I don't know of any other people besides the Murgatroyd serial killer who have any motive or desire to kidnap or to harm your father. And then let's hope that the man's still all right, and let's hope that he'll soon be freed. Imogene, I know this has been very trying and traumatic for you, being his only daughter. And I know this is obviously having an impact on his congregation and the Divine Humanity Cathedral, as well as the citizens of Murgatroyd who are outraged that this sadistic serial killer has continued for 4 years now and claimed some 22 victims, and now apparently has abducted Dr. Hubert Slakowski. So, well, audience, we're going to also take some phone-in calls tonight to our show, and here in just a moment, in fact, there's a call coming in right now, and we're going to take that call. Caller number one, we have you on the line. This is Uncle Frank here. Y'all probably recognize my voice because I call in a lot over there to the CRZY, all them call-in shows, and I'd like to give my opinion. And appreciate you having me on to call in here, Les Tromac. I've been watching your show here for I don't know how long, and I've been seeing Emma Dean Slabowski over there. My wife, Vicky, reads her column in the Murgatroyd Times a lot, and I've been seeing her there on CRZY. Listen, I'm sorry to hear about your daddy, about Father Hubert there, the Slakowski. I don't know why this Murgatroyd serial killer, I don't know why they can't catch him. I mean, look at what he's doing. The man's obviously some kind of a demented, deranged sadist of some kind, and I feel sorry for all the families of these young women that he's killed. And I've seen where this young Clint Anderson, this young senator that's running, he says he's going to catch the serial killer. He's going to do something about this if he gets elected. And somebody needs to do something about it. Well, anyway, I've said my piece, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yo, it's Monitor Gdansk here with CRASS Radio, yes, Crass Radio. This is your daybird, this is your nightbird, this is your crazy jaybird, bringing you the best in trash talk radio, the best of tabloid radio, and the best of trash music, always, 24/7, right here on CRASS with Monitor Gdansk.
Welcome to CRASS Radio, your trash talk tabloid radio station for the most outrageous and sensational in audio.
Welcome to the Grassy Knoll Bar and Grill, the latest new hotspot in Dealey Plaza. Here are the new exciting drinks on our menu. The Headshot. This mixed drink, tequila and rum, will really throw you back and to the left. The Pink Dress. This one is for the ladies, garnished with a red rose. This one will have you ladies climbing out of your seat and reaching backwards. And then we have the Super Zapruder. Strong as the Headshot, this one makes you see things. The Lee Harvey Highball. Vodka, vermouth, and gin will have you seeing things again, maybe even seeing double. 3 shots or 4? You decide. Shots of whiskey in rapid succession. The Warren Kool-Aid. Very weak, doesn't really go anywhere, the general public doesn't buy this one. LBJ on the rocks. This one takes you all the way. Chase it with some ice-cold cold water. The Jack Ruby. One shot that goes straight to your abdomen and you're out totally when this one hits you in the gut.
Les Tomac Show originally aired on November 16, 2013 and features Imogen Slokowski discussing her best-selling book The Ineffectual Male. We hope you enjoy today's retro
show. It's really great to be here tonight to talk about my new best-selling book which reveals what pathetic creeps men actually are. You see, Male-dominant behavior towards women has not changed since the time of Neanderthals. Men were brutes then, and they act like brutes today. The earliest women were slaving over a fire cooking mammoth meat. You, little lady, are slaving the kitchen today with all the nice whiz-bang state-of-the-art appliances. But for all the many advances in technology, it took 500,000 years for women to even get the right to vote. Men have only grown more sophisticated in their methods of oppression and debasement of women over the many eons of the evolution of mankind. Men's minds back in the days of the cavemen were focused upon the same sex-driven petty issues that they are today. Little has changed, little lady slack.
Triple Flex Theaters. The most explosive urban crime action drama to blaze across the screen. With the sexiest black mama since Foxy Brown. Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a roller coaster ride of explosive action. You'll run Nita Draskell and Dave
househead and I love it. Dig this. Changes come to America.
Oh, nah, come on now, baby.
Almighty God. And you know this! And let it flow. Certified househead and I love it. Dig this. Changes come to America.
Oh, nah, come on now, baby.
Almighty God. And you know this! And let it flow.
Son here at CRZY News, and we now take you live to the Senate hearings and to Flashy the Paper Doll and a Wooden Creature. Senator Devane is the chairman of this investigative committee hearing and is currently asking the question.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Dr. Getrick, you've been brought here, summoned to appear before this Senate committee inquiry, the Senate hearings into the Flashy the Paper Doll and the Wooden Creature. We brought you here, sir, because before these Senate hearings are over, we intend to get to the bottom of this and find out exactly who's behind this, exactly who funded your biotech lab that you're in charge of. And I'm going to expect you to be forthcoming. I'm going to expect you to be truthful and honest, and you can stonewall all you want, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to find out who's behind the creation of Flashy the Paper Doll and what the heck has happened to her and this wooden creature. Do you understand me, Dr. Getrick?
Well, all I can tell you is that the operation is classified. I am not at liberty to reveal who funded the creation of Flashy the Paper Doll and Wood Pulp Boy. In fact, I am under direct orders not to reveal the entities and agencies involved. So I am afraid I will either remain silent or plead the fifth if I have to do so. Senator DeVille.
Talk shoes. Recorded live.
I don't think you understand me, Dr. Getrick. We can sit here all day long if we have to, but before this hearing ends, you're going to tell me the information that I need. Now, I understand these creatures knocked you out when they left and left you unconscious. I can't believe that hundreds, literally hundreds, of federal agents and Murgatroyd police have combed Murgatroyd, have combed the woods around Murgatroyd, have gone into Flattown, have gone into Sawmill City. There's no sign of these creatures. Do you expect me to believe that you're not hiding them out somewhere? Do you expect me seriously to think that these two creatures just disappeared off the face of the earth, Dr. Getrick?